So hello, it's me again. But now I have a little bit more time to present you what we have done so far in the last 5 years, last couple of years. So as I already mentioned, we founded the company 5 years ago. And this panel or this talk is also about digital disruption. And I think especially health and fitness is a very disruptive space. So what is changing at this point? In the last year, the health and fitness category became the most growing or fastest growing category at all with 87%. Even more, wearables are getting to really become mainstream. Just in the United States, by 2019, 60 million households will be connected to a wearable. And last but not least, we all have seen the Apple Watch and the success. Just in pre-orders, $2 billion of pre-orders with the Apple Watch sales, and there's a lot of more to come. So you really see that is a really disruptive category. A little bit about Runtastic, where we are right now. So we are 4 founders, as I've already mentioned. We are 5 years old. We are 120 full-time employees. We started with 0 investment and really kept bootstrapped and really became cash flow positive after 18 months. At this point, we're having about 130 million downloads, which is an incredible number. I already mentioned that just on a daily basis, 150,000 downloads, meaning more than 1 download per second. So really good growth. And we are located in Austria, Linz and Vienna, and have a small office in San Francisco as well. The good thing is, really in Austria, in the small town with 200,000 people, we have 25 nations. So we do all the translation and the international growth out from our office in Austria. And last but not least, we're one team. And I think this is a really important part to be successful. You have seen there were some recent acquisitions. So Under Armour, for example, a big apparel company, now number 2 after Nike, they invested a lot into digital. So they bought 3 companies, and Mike, a good friend of mine, is talking, the CEO of MyFitnessPal, is talking in a couple of minutes, probably can give you a bit more insights, but it's really amazing to see that they invested more than $700 million into that space, and of course, they are going to build an ecosystem and would like to drive their apparel sales. What we are doing at Runtastic is very similar. We're also trying to build our ecosystem with many apps out there. And you have seen 130,000 downloads in the first quarter of Under Armour, and we just had 150,000 downloads on a daily basis with no major investment. So therefore here we did, I would say, really good so far. But it's good to have a big competition. It really drives the motivation. How does Runtastic make money? I mentioned it, we became cash flow positive after 18 months. So from the very early beginning, we always had a free app and a paid app. And also, in addition, on Runtastic.com, we started a subscription program, so a freemium model. In all the free versions, we're showing ads and so generate ad revenue. And as well, we can really sell direct campaigns in a good way, because we know if you're a runner, when you should change your shoe, things like that. Last not least, by 2012, we also invested it into hardware business. So we have our own wearable, we have our own scale, and some other products. And the last point just came up as we did a big partnership with Ntt Docomo, which is the biggest mobile network operator in Japan, where you can directly get the Runtastic membership via carrier billing. So you can, when you get a new phone contract, you can say, I'd like to have a fitness contract as well, and you sign up for that. And so they push our memberships as well, which could become a really interesting distribution channel for us, and I also think for a lot of other companies. By the end of the day, many people ask us, what are you doing with so many apps? How this should work together? And it's really about building an ecosystem. As you can see on the upper left side, there are all these small apps, and in the middle, there's the Runtastic Me app. And the idea is that all the apps around pushes the data into the Runtastic Me app, and in the Runtastic Me app, you have kind of your fitness dashboard. Furthermore, the hardware is pushing the data in there. And it's, of course, correlating data, finding out when you sleep or sleep longer, are you doing better when you do a run? So it's really about things like that. And in addition, the membership and content partnerships we're doing. So that is really, I think, it won't be the winner-takes-it-all mark by the end of the day, but there are so many players now into this market because it's so a hot market that I don't think or don't believe that all these players will survive within this market. My personal opinion, where we are right now and where we are going to be. I think we are now just at stage 1. We are tracking data. You go for a run, we took the data, we show you the data in a very nice way. Some bar charts, what you have done so far. I think where we are going to be in the future is more prediction. That means we're using existing data and predict what is going to happen to your body, to your performance. I would like to give you an example here. How can this look like? Let's say you have a goal. A goal could be, I'd like to lose 5 kilograms. A goal could be, I'd like to run a 10K below 50 minutes, decrease body fat, build muscles. Then what we could do is, we know many users who had similar goals like you. They are being in the same age, the same gender. They also have time for sports 3 times a week, things like that. And then afterwards, the idea is that we really took all the data we collected from our data warehouse, and we can build almost a perfect plan for the user that we already can predict where you will be in a couple of weeks. And I think this is really essential. This is really the change in this industry. That we are not just tracking data and showing you data. It's really about more predicting you, and we can almost like guarantee you where you will be. And I think if that is going to happen, then this really becomes a game changer. When we can say, after 12 weeks, you will look like that, you will lose that many kilos, you will be that stronger, and we almost can guarantee that, that is exactly where this whole industry is going to change somehow. And that is just possible with dealing with many, many data. Big data is a big trend and a big topic, and I think this is really one of the biggest challenges. Another challenge we are facing and we're working on is the business model. Because today we're generating a lot of money from our app business. And as all of you know, the app business is just a one-time payment. So now subscriptions are possible, but a couple of years ago, this wouldn't have been possible. And for us, the challenge is really to make the switch for the user. And this is not that easy, because not all users are okay to going into a subscription. They say, I'd like to do my one-time payment, $5, but I don't pay you guys $1 a whole year, something like that. So that is really something we have to work on, and we have to offer more. And the idea is that we are building our subscription, a premium membership, which could become a digital fitness pass, meaning you get all the benefits in all the apps, not just in one app. And also, the idea would be, maybe you also, as a premium member, get 10% discount in the online store. So the idea here is really transforming the business, that you're doing a membership and getting benefits on many, many stages, and not just for one app or for the website or for the e-commerce shop. And I think this is how business models in the future could look like. So freemium is a really good model, but it's always about how to keep the user engaged, that this model could work. And that is exactly our challenge. We are facing for prediction, working with big data, and also transforming the already good working business model into a long-term business model. So by the end of the day, it's really the lifetime value has to be higher than the cost per acquisition. We are not there yet. We are very close, and there's still a little bit work to do, but that's a good thing. Yeah, thank you so much for your attention. Thanks.